All right, guys, we are back for part 2, and let's see if we can get this build done so that we can move on to other stuff. And so this is right where we left off, and I want to put this coming out a little bit more. There we go. All right, and I want this to come across and cover the back of the warp drive. So we're going to come up around here, and then we're going to do this. I'm going to come up over the top, and I think what I'll do is, like I was doing with the other thing, is I'll just contour these after we get this thing functioning first. And so I think we can put a thruster here. So we'll get our thrusters out, and we can get this thing at least functional and moving, and then we can worry about where to put, and I forgot the ammo box, and we can worry about where to put, which blocks to put where. Let's see. Is that not? Oh, it's facing the other way, that's why. There we go. So we'll get our thrusters in here. And we need some on the sides. So I think we will put them, whoops, like this. And let's see, where do we want that? Do we want that in line with the warp drive, or maybe over here? Yeah, I think we will put that under the warp drive, because then we won't have to look at it. So, and here, and for some reason, blocks didn't go in there. Interesting. All right, so we'll put this in here. And interesting, it doesn't flip those. All right, and we'll get these filled in. Because yeah, once we get the thrusters on here, then we can actually move this up to land, and we don't have to worry about it being such a problem. When you have the thrusters on, it tends to just hold its position instead of bouncing around. And so we need up and down thrusters. And let's see here, we can put up here. We could even drop it in there, but I kind of like this. And down, where are we going to put down? I think we will put down in here. Yeah, actually this is a good place to put down thruster. And there. And then we just need the retro. And so yeah, this actually works. What we can do is it bouncing now? Huh, interesting. Okay, what we can do is this, and there we go. Like that. And so that matches the contour that we had. That's perfect. Okay. Excellent. So now we have functioning thrusters. I do need to find a spot for the ammo box. Yeah, I will put it up here. We can move the core somewhere else. We could even leave it on the bottom and then cover it up or something like that too. Or put it in the middle in front of the thing. But yeah, this gives us the basic shape. So let's take our ship here, and we will dock it. We'll just dock it on the CV. Whoops. Come on. There we go. It's really not docked? Why is it not docked? There we go. Okay. Alright, so now we can get in our CV. It should be functional, and once again, I didn't bring fuel. So let's grab some fuel out of this thing. Okay. And we'll put fuel in here. And there we go. Okay, so there is our capital vessel. It is now functional, and we can proceed to make it nicer. We can proceed to make it worth flying around in instead of like our other hunk of junk over here. So yeah, why don't we just come over on some land here, And we can set down over here. Let's see, and I see the first thing I'm going to need to do is yeah, we can get rid of the trees. It's a nice feature that's semi-recent. They added that basically the CV takes out all this junk. I don't know if it'll take out rocks or not, but yeah, it's kind of cool. And I don't know if I damaged a bunch of my blocks doing that either, but who cares? All right, we can fix that later. But I see that I need to add another generator, which I can just put along the side too, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, what we want to do is we want to, now that we've got this thing, I can also put landing gear on here. There's a slime down there. All right, so yeah, let's see, get this thing auto leveled off. We want it about, yeah, that should be about right. Okay, and I think this guy is friendly. I don't think he's hostile. Okay, so we should be able to put our landing gear, and I don't want this messing up my landing gear because I'm pretty sure it does. And we want it there. No, I want it in one block. Why isn't it letting me? There we go. I want it there. And I want the other one, same thing. That's weird. Why is it doing that? I can't tell where it is. I think that's the right spot. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like the right spot. Okay, good. Good. And so then we can put more on the back. And that thruster is huge, isn't it? Okay, so we can put a couple on the back here. We'll put them on the back corner if it'll let us. It is so weird the way it's sitting. Come on, there we go. All right, so right on the corner and right on the corner. Come on. Come on. Maybe if I lean back more I can see better. It's just weird the way this is wanting to place. Okay, there we go. All right. So now we have, yeah, we have landing gear now. All right. And I'm going to have to figure out where is going to be my entrance to get into this place, into this thing. I'll probably put an elevator on the bottom. That's the easy way to do it. And so we can sit down and power this thing off. And let's see what kind of power. Oh, yeah, we can actually leave it running. That's not a big deal. Okay, so I need to put in, I can even get this thing to start defending itself. We can put our ammo in the ammo box. There we go. And we can put the pentaxid in our warp tank. There we go. And yeah, we can get back to putting blocks on this thing and figuring out what we want to do with the windows and everything. So yeah, let's go over here, get our windows going. So yeah, what I want to do is just basically this. I'm not sure if I want to put, if there's any point in putting windows on that, since that's going to be just a bunch of components anyway. But I do like the way that will work. And we can put these up here. There we go. And like that. Good. And then I can do the same thing on the other side. Now these blocks that are multiple block wide, multiple block size, like 1x2 and that kind of thing, 2x2, do not work very well with the they don't tend to work very well with the symmetry axis, and so you definitely want to not use the symmetry axis when you're placing those, for those of you who are new to building. And so yeah, we're going to do something over here. Let's see. We're going to take some blocks here. And let me put, I do want the symmetry axis here, so we're going to put this back. And maybe do something like this. And when you want to line up these 4 pieces, the way to do it is to use this one. At least for me it is. It helps me to see where these pieces are going to fit in. And there we go. So we can do that. And like that. So we can do some contour along here. And maybe some blocks along here. All right, and I'm just going to get this filled in, and we'll figure out some more contours later. We can spice things up. Let me get this thing finished here first, at least filled in and stuff before it gets dark. And let's see, where am I? Let me get in this ship and get it out of here as well. We'll get this small vessel out of the way. There, we can sit it up here. There we go. Okay, and now we can put this stuff. So what I'm thinking is something like this. And we can do some nice, this sort of thing. And then we can swap it out with these. Or even these. I kind of like that. I kind of like that better. I think I'll do that. And so we'll go with these. And let's see here. Need to get this one back out of here too. And I think we're running out of daylight. So I am probably going to have to build in the sub light. It's not quite as it's funny because it's only dark for like the 1 hour before dawn and dusk. It's not actually dark after the sun sets. So let's get these put in here. And the reason you want to rotate these back is if you put textures on stuff, when you put textures on stuff, if your blocks are rotated in different directions, then your textures will not align with each other. And so let's see what we can get put on here. We can do something like this. And then we can do something similar on these. So we can put this here and then these. There we go. And I could probably even put some indentations in the back. So we could do something to make the back look not so plain. Maybe do, let's see. We can take out these and let's see what kind of blocks we can put on here. Let's see what we have. We can do this. And this might work. Let's see. Like that. That and that. Get some nice little reflectors on the back. And we'll reset this. Is that... Oh, the warp drive is in there. Okay. So I guess I will put windows in here. I didn't want to have to do that. Because, yeah, well, maybe I can put some wings or something. Wingy type things. And, yeah, why don't we do that instead. So we'll get this going. We'll do this. And this. Now see, it did jerk, but because the thrusters are on, it doesn't just go flying everywhere, which was the idea. That was the plan. And then we could even do something on the bottom here as far as these go. We can put something like this. And that to kind of make that flare out. And I could even replicate that on the top. Whoops. I can if I do it right. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so we've got that and that. There we go. So now we've got some little flary thing here, and that doesn't really fit with this, does it? So I'll probably want to do something about that too. I don't know if maybe we can take this out and put this. That's not really going to work either. Yeah, I don't think this little flare on the top is going to fit. So we'll just take this back out and we'll figure something else out to do there, because yeah, this looks better, I think. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And so we'll put this back, wrong piece, and our corner. Okay, and so there's a basic, and we'll want to do something with this. So maybe we can put this in like that. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do this maybe? Not sure if I want to do which way I want to do that. I think this might be kind of cool. It might reach around all the way around the whole thing, and then we can put this, we can put these like this, make a little thingy sticking out. And I'm curious if maybe this will look better, instead of trying to make everything perfectly match. So this is my new my new building style that I'm experimenting with, is instead of trying to, I've always tried to make everything fit perfectly with everything else, every block corner fit with every other block corner and stuff. And so I want to kind of mix that up and, you know, make something that is a little more, yeah, we'll do that on this though, but something that's a little more not like that, shall we say, would be the technical term for it. And did they have a half one of these or anything? They do have a little, they have this. I don't know if that would, because I kind of want to not leave that thruster sitting out either. But let me see, because I could even do these corners. I could make these come out as well. Yeah, why don't I do that? All right, we're going to take these corners, all these out. And is that, yeah, we're going to leave those. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. And then we're going to take, we're going to do the same thing on the bottom that we did on the top. And so I want to match those. Yeah. So it's going to be like this. And there. And then we're going to take these and we're going to match it like that. And I suppose this doesn't really fit there anymore either. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I need to find if there's a piece that fits that, but I don't want to mess around on your time trying to find that piece, because I'm pretty sure there is a piece that fits that. But I don't want to mess around with it. And so we'll do this to get these coming out. And yeah, so I can add the 15 pieces of flare later on. So why don't we get the paint gun out and we'll start painting this thing. And I will move the core later too. And this thing is creeping. It's creeping. I think it's starting to... Yeah, let me check. See if I'm moving. I think I'm moving with it, so that's fine. And I just realized I don't think I have a door in here yet where I can get in. Do I have any elevators? Nope. So yeah, I'm going to have to put elevators on this thing too. So let me get through the top here. Just do this. And we'll go over here. And we'll auto level this thing. There we go. It's actually using 102% power, really? Okay, well, we're done with the major revisions, and so I think we're just going to, let's see, we'll put a hole here so that we can get in and out. That's where we're going to put our elevator later. And, whoa! And so, yeah, let's see if we can paint this thing. Get down here and see if we can paint this thing. Now, I have not seen the drone base warning yet. I was expecting to see that too when the sun went down, and apparently that's not going to happen. So that's kind of sad. I'll have to figure out what it's going to take on this planet to get the drone attacks going. So what I want to do is I want to do black and yellow, and so we'll get this thing painted in black. Well, I think we're going to do black with yellow stripes on it. So I'll get this whole thing painted in black first, and then we'll put our yellow trim on. So let me get the black going first, and I'll be right back. Alright, we have the black on, and so now we're going to do our yellow trim here. Is it damage on those blocks? It must be from when I sat it down. Probably before I put the landing gear on. Okay, so is that... Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed one. Alright, so we're going to put our yellow on here. And so I think what we're going to do is just... We're going to do a stripe here. And then we'll probably do... This thing is weird when it points straight down. It wants to twist around. And we'll come down here. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some yellow lights on there. And ask Tony, what does a yellow light mean? And okay, I'll have to link that in the description for those of you who aren't old and haven't seen that. Probably gave some old people some flashbacks. And then we're going to do this on the side as well. Maybe even stagger that. Maybe we'll even stagger that on the sides. Put like, make these in black or something. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll make those 4 in black. And then we'll go back to yellow here. And I think I need some food. Okay. And let's see. I think these little things on the front could probably be improved too. I'll have to mess around with those. Because yeah, I think I've got some things that need to be updated on that. It's not the perfect design, but I think it's pretty good for on the fly. Making it up as I go along kind of thing. So we're going to paint these. Whoops, I want these black. And let's see, I want this black. And did I miss these? Nope, those are black. Okay, the windows are black. All right, and so the other thing is we can do some cool textures here, so we can get some lights going in here. And paint these yellow. Maybe. And yeah, we'll see what that looks like once the lights come on. And then we'll figure out some textures here to put in here because this is kind of plain. I don't know if these will even work. That's actually kind of cool. And we could make those red or whatever, or we can leave them that color, or we can make them white. A nice... Let's see. See if we can do this without applying it to the sides. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, like that. So these will be super bright. And we can get that there. And we'll get our yellow going across here as well. Alright. And so I think that is, yeah, I think that's the first draft here, and I got to get in there and get those painted too. So I'll have to take let's see, we can disassemble. We can take the turret off and paint these. Whoops, whole block. But yeah, I can get this finished up, and so yeah, I can do that off camera. I think you guys got the idea, and I need to throw this minigun turret on here too. So let me put the rocket turret back, and we'll turn the axis off. And why is it, there we go, okay. And the minigun turret is going to go up here. I think that's a good spot for it, because I want that, yeah, beautiful. All right, so yeah, that's going to do it for episode 19, part 1 and 2. So yeah, join me in episode 20, and we're going to take this thing out. I will finish it between episodes, and we will take this thing out, and yeah, I'll put some more trim and stuff like that on it. But we'll take this thing out and go warping. We'll go get some power coils. We will go maybe attack a freighter if we see one. And like I said, I'll get a little bit more detailing put on this, or maybe I'll save that for a future episode. But if I have some ideas, I think this thing needs a fin on the top, on the back top right here. It needs some kind of fin or something. But yeah, join me in episode 20, and we'll see you then. Later.